Hi, in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to do logistic regression in SAS Viya using the Visual Analytics. First, let's open the program. And on application, we'll select the explore and visualize application. I will open a new report. And then I will open the data file. I already have my data file because I recently used the data file here. So I'm just going to go ahead and open my data file. So I have my data file here, and in this data file, there's a variable called target gift. This variable is a categorical variable. It's a binary which contain whether the person has donated or not. And right now, this variable is showing up as a scale variable, continuous variables, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and change the variable from measurement to categorical variable. And once I made the change, you notice that variable now is under the categorical variable category. So yeah, it's important to quickly go over your variable, make sure that the variable scale is accurate. And now I will select my object, and I will be going into the statistics, and here is my logistic regression. I'll drag and drop logistic regression to my canvas and assign data roles. So once I click assign data roles, there are various options. There are response variable, continuous variable, classification variable, interaction variable. So my response variable is my target gift flag. My continuous variables, there are a continuous variable available to me, which I can use for my regression, logistic regression. If I know what I want to select, I could select those variables. Just keep that in mind. In regression, you try to avoid variable which has the same meaning and does the same purpose. So what I'm going to do in this exercise, I'm going to select all the variables except for my target gift amount, because this is also one of the target which we are not using it for this exercise. And now we apply. And as soon as we apply, we see that there is a regression result showing up. And can also add my classification variables. And of course, it's always a good idea what classification variable we have. And in this example, I will select the, let's say, gender, and maybe I can select the homeowner, and I can also go ahead select this status category. I didn't select it the first two because one is a control number and there's a demographic cluster. And once I selected, you notice that my regression result has been updated. There's also option for selecting interaction effect variable, which I'm not using it for this exercise, but if you have interaction variable, you could select them. But before that, you have to create your own interaction variable, which is a product of the two variables. Um, and then now here's my result, and it has a bunch of outcome, the fit statistic showing up all the variables in terms of its importance. And this plot is a odd ratios, and this is a residual plot, and this is a confusion matrix. This also had different charts. For example, we could look at this ROC chart, um, and yeah, and then one more thing I want to show you, if you want to use a variable selection method, so there is a variable selection method and there is a bunch of methods are available. So if I select forward, for example, then you notice that there are the fewer variable left. What I like about this, one of the feature which I think is great is you can export your result into data format. It exports Excel file and which really contain all this output you see into Excel sheet, such as your fit statistics, odd ratios, and which you can later use in your for purpose interpretation analysis purpose. So this is your logistic regression. In this result, you'll also see fit statistics chaos, which is a Kolmogorov-Smirnov statistics. The number is 0.1599 with 0.16. It does indicate that this is a weak model. So that means that we have to go back and look at our data set. Maybe we might have issues of some missing values before we bring the data into the analysis. So that's all for now. You can give it a try and have fun with your logistic regression.